Alongside me, Packer backers, seeing the light, seeing the pathway to the victory on Sunday already is Kyle Wallace.
Hey, what a great Tuesday it is. I feel good. I feel refreshed.
Like I said, you got all your negativity off your chest yesterday.
Yeah, no Mr. Negative today.
Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up. He'll be having some PTSD of playoff losses and championship losses throughout the next 4 to 5 weeks. Bradley?
Plenty of those feel fresh as can be. Just like yesterday, it feels like I was losing the Super Bowl, losing the AFC Championship. A lot of losses there. Let's hopefully the Packers can rectify my career wrongs, get some wins.
Those do it for Brad Nortman. KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Lists is more. And as always, you can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I say it every time. You have selective listening.
That's very true. You sound like people I know.
He's probably just sad he hasn't thanked you enough.
Oh, is that your resolution to be nicer to me?
Sure.
Yeah, that didn't sound authentic either. See Brad and I's beautiful faces and Kyle's ugly mug on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison.
So
Maybe if becoming relevant is a segment today, we can put Strofe on the stream. Everyone knows he loves his own voice and his face. Now, speaking of looking beautiful, Bradley, you have issued gear on. I'm shocked. Nothing's changed this year.
Yeah,
free Nike t-shirt.
2025 does not necessarily mean new wardrobe for Brad Nortman, but that is not because of the efforts of one First Lady of the Nortman Estate, Lexi Nortman.
The First Lady of the Nortman
Estate. Indeed. Now, guys, I got to get this off my chest. I got to talk about this. Okay? Because Christmas has came and went, and it came and went in the Nortman household too, right? And I start opening up my presents, and one thing you got to know about Lexi, she's a fashion maven. Right? She loves fashion. She loves dressing up. She loves dressing me up, making me look handsome. If I walk down the stairs,
easy with all that.
Disagree with what
easy with all that dressing you up stuff.
If I walk out in an outfit that doesn't really match, she go, I don't know. I'm not sure that works, Brad. Let's take another look at that. Let's take a stab. She'll follow me to my closet and say, how about this? How about this and that? And what do you know? I look great then. So she's a bit of a fashion maven, a fashionista. So I open up all my presents on Christmas, and there's a bunch of them. Lexi's very generous in that way. So as I open them up, and it's a sweatshirt, it's pants, it's a t-shirt, it's all clothes. There's some awesome Nike shoes. They're all clothes in there. And I started thinking to myself, well, wait a minute. Is this a subtle hint? I have a suspicion that Lexi wants me to grow up and move on from all my free issued gear that I've gotten all the time. And my suspicion has now turned into full-fledged fruition, boys. Today I walked into the kitchen, and I'm wearing what I got on right now. I'm wearing a red Nike t-shirt.
And I have those.
And I'm wearing gray Wisconsin Adidas sweatpants. And so these Adidas sweatpants are from probably 2010.
I was going to say they were like 2011.
Maybe 2011.
So those
from
are 15 years old.
Issued gear. Yeah, they've been with me the whole time. And then this Nike was just a free Nike t-shirt that they gave me when I played in the NFL.
Cool.
And so she looked at me, she's like, is that what you're wearing today? I was like, yeah. And she goes, Brad, and you could just tell the floodgates open. Brad, those sweatpants are too short for you. You got them 15 years ago when you were in college. You know that red shirt that you're wearing, that red is not particularly flattering for the tone of your skin.
Damn!
Wow.
She's cooking you.
She is. And she's like, it's got to go. It's got to go. And I was like, wait a minute. Is this in relation to all the clothes? Are you trying to turn over my wardrobe, Lexi? And she's like, well, all the clothes I got you are awesome. Why haven't you worn them yet? There's blacks and browns and blues, and they fit me great. And she's like, if you're going to wear that outfit, you better wear the shoes that I got you. At least wear those awesome Jordans. So I'm wearing cool Jordans.
I have the same shoes and top.
But Lexi literally is sending a message to me saying that all that issued gear, all that stuff that doesn't fit you anymore, all those clothes that are basically made a size too big like they did 15 years ago, it's got to go. Message sent. It was sent on Christmas morning, and now it's sent today.
I have a problem with their
January
marriage.
7th.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Let's
it's
hear
too
from
passive aggressive. It's too passive
That
aggressive.
seems pretty direct.
No,
Yeah,
it
it's
took
pretty
till
direct.
January 7th for her to get the message across, or Brad's too dumb to realize it. I opened up my first gift, and it was this black jacket, this Sherpa behind me, and I go, yeah, I know you're sick of me wearing the same stuff every week. Like, it doesn't take a brainiac to know what she was trying to do.
But I
my fiance got me a toothbrush because I don't brush my teeth at night, and she said, you got to brush your teeth with our daughter. I got her toothbrushes, too.
See, it's a good thing that we have all these good girls in our life to set us straight. But maybe this isn't my problem, because wouldn't you know that those gifts, they are folded up nice and tight on the floor of my closet. I haven't even put them away yet into the areas they should be, let alone wore them.
So are you protesting?
I'm not. I tried it all on. I think it all looks great.
Today has to be a protest because there's no way
Yeah,
that you're
why
about to
didn't you
walk out.
change?
Why didn't you change?
Yeah,
She
gave you all
roasted
the
your
reasons
ass, and
why.
you decide to say,
I ate breakfast.
next time.
I did show notes. I was just like, okay, whatever. But going forward, I'm trying to cycle it in a little bit more. There's part of me that sort of
Cycle it in.
romanticizes these outfits. I have memories in these
No,
clothes.
Brad, listen,
They're memories.
wait, I get that. Now tell me if I'm crazy here. I know Kyle hates dogs. I'm probably going to sound
Whoa,
like
whoa. Hate is a strong word,
You
brother.
kinda
Using
do.
it
You
hate
2025. I don't
dogs.
hate dogs. I just,
you have a disdain for them.
Nah, I just don't want one.
I love dogs.
I wouldn't go that far, but I think they're nice.
So I grew up with a dog named Maverick, named after Maverick in Top Gun.
Oh, of course.
And of course, right? Classic Bruss family type thing. Now, we had a dog bowl that I didn't know existed until I got a dog like 6 years ago. And then 2 years ago, I was at my brother Jonathan's house, and he was like, hey, do you want Maverick's dog bowl? It's like, yeah, I would love Maverick's dog bowl. Like that was like a childhood dog. To anyone who's had a dog means a lot to you. I remember where I was when my dad called me when I was a senior in college, and my dad was crying because he was bringing my dog to be put down. Like, that's like one of those moments where like tough.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, no, but like the idea that I would be able to take Maverick's dog bowl and give it to my dog is like, a passing on of like jewelry for humans, like,
yeah, it's deep right there.
and my fiance got a different bowl for my dog.
Oh wow.
Oh,
wow.
She's ruining my childhood.
travesty.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm
Am
telling
I
you,
too sensitive that I was like near tears when I was like,
What'd she
what
do
is
with the
this?
bowl?
What did she do with the bowl? She put it on top of the dog bins that we have the food in, and I have boycotted it. When she feeds the dog, she uses the bowl that she doesn't even feed the dogs. Is the funny
Wait,
thing.
so you have two
She
bowls?
didn't feed the dogs.
You have two bowls that you go back and forth feeding the dogs with?
I mean, I feed 90% of the time, so I just use Maverick's bowl. But I brought it up in front of my family, and my sister was like, oh, that's so mean. I was like, yes, I know. Am I being too sensitive that I'm not?
No, I think what I'm realizing here is that I'm working with two people who are absolute bums who need to be dressed by their significant others.
Wait
And then
a minute.
You're
and
owned
also-
by your
and
significant other
also,
more than us.
Strofe, I'm coming to this realization that I work with two beta males as well who don't know how to run a household. That's what I work with. He has no control over his dog bowl, and you have no control over your own wardrobe.
Well, here's first of all,
Rough.
this is coming from a guy, Kyle Wallace, who wears 15-year-old shirts on the regular. How old is that shirt,
You
Kyle?
can't tell. This shirt is one of the newer ones, probably 2 or 3 years
Well,
old.
it looks 15 years old, I ain't gonna lie.
Because there are a couple of, I remember there's some striped shirts
Yeah,
in my
they look
memory
good. They
bank.
look better
That's
than
from 2008.
They look better than those 2 short sweatpants and that shirt that makes your redness on your face match the redness of your shirt. That's what they better than that.
Cody chimes in with the nugget of the day thus far at the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. Did Kyle just say you need to be dressed by your significant others when he actually ends up wearing her Green Bay Packers sweaters?
My baby got nice fashion taste when it comes to Packers
And you
gear.
wear those clothes.
I dabbled. I have.
I'd rather be on the side of history of being dressed by my significant other than wearing her clothes.
Yeah,
I'd rather
because this
look
is
good.
also coming from the guy that wore his a gift from his ex's parents.
Hey, why we bringing up old stuff? That was 2024. Come on now, Brad. Why you going to
Your
Great memory, Bad.
Damn, Brad, why you bringing up old stuff?
You're tiptoeing the
She
line
got people
of
listening.
problems.
Dang. Why you do that, Brad? That was strong.
This is a life lesson for you, Kyle. Be complicit to your lady. Be complicit. Lay down on the things that are worth laying down for.
This is crazy.
Be more
I can't
like
believe Brad.
You
Brad.
do fight too many battles.
You fight too many battles,
I fight a lot
Kyle.
of battles. Yeah, I fight, but it's not just her. I fought battles with my mama. And looking at this Nike shirt, you know what my mother gave me for Christmas? A Nike T-shirt, and I said, "Mama, I love you, but I got way too many T-shirts. You can take that back."
You did that to your
Excuse me?
mother?
Son?
Yes.
How many Christmas
That's
gifts?
You're an ass.
Hold on. Because this is now the second time this week you've said this.
Yeah,
How many Christmas gifts for you have you had people return this year?
She gave me some jeans, some Hugo Boss jeans.
The lunchbox. She got her a lunchbox, and he
That's what I'm
brings
saying.
it in with a plastic bag from a grocery store.
Yep.
How many Christmas gifts are you either A, not using, or B, having somebody return?
There's at least 3 that I know off the top of my dome ski without thinking about. The lunchbox I refuse to use and still sitting on the counter because we both were kind of in the stalemate of what we're going to do with it. I said, take it back. The Nike shirt my mom bought. I mean, it's a nice shirt, but I said I have enough free shirts. I'm not like Brad taking all the free
all
shirts.
due respect, you suck.
No,
You
no,
suck.
Forget the all due respect.
That's disturbing.
I'm thinking about other, and then she gave me some Hugo Boss jeans, and the jeans my mom got, and bless her heart, she usually does a great job. The jeans have buttons for the zipper, and I'm like, Ma, I don't want buttons for the zipper. That's too much work. And the jeans didn't look good. You know, even my girl said it don't make my butt look good. And so
Butt look big or good?
She said big. She said big. I was gonna try to take it back because she liked the way my hump looked.
Kyle's number one fan is at the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Diana McGuanago, what is your message for Kyle Wallace?
Dirty D, Happy New Year, girl.
Hey, same to you. Kyle, that's kind of rude to tell people to take gifts back.
Oh, come on now. No, it's not rude. See, this is the problem with America. Y'all need to understand.
It's
If
your
I-
mother.
It's rude.
If I'm not, she gave me a whole bunch of stuff. Mama Wallace hooked her boy up. Now I got a lot of good stuff, but if I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to wear it. Why would I allow you to waste your money? When you ask me what I want from Christmas, like Alexi, I'm sure asked you, just like I'm sure your girl asked you.
She didn't.
She
just got me clothes.
I know what you need.
Oh wow. Well, I said I don't need anything, and so they bought their own stuff, and I said, hey, save your money because I don't want this extra stuff in my house. I'm not going to use.
You suck. You suck.
Imagine
The
how
Grinch
giver
who stole
feels.
Christmas.
I'm looking out for them. My mom now
No,
gets
you're
to get
not.
money back
You're being
because I'm not
selfish.
going to have these jeans
She
I'm not
wants
going
to
to wear.
show affection and love.
That's
She
selfish.
did
Yeah.
with other stuff, other clothes that I got. I got this nice Lacoste polo that zip up that I'm going to be wearing in a couple weeks. Beautiful, loved it. I got some nice
Let
shirts
me
that
ask
look,
this.
make me look
Let me
real
ask this.
good.
I don't mean to get too personal. Do you know your baby girl's love language?
It is yes, it is. It's the one where
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Yes, so saying, "Hey, baby girl, this gift sucks. Bring it back." Not very affirmative.
Stuff, you're good. You got me there. Did you know that? Did you know that was good? That was good.
That's really good.
That's good. That's really good.
Because imagine
Imagine
the anxiety of the givers. now
Kyle's
going
by far the
forward.
worst
They're going to be shaking
significant other of
Kyle,
all of us.
handing Kyle the gift,
Not
wondering if you're going to like it or send it back like soup in a kitchen.
You got to know your significant other. If you know your significant other is a little stubborn,
Sounds like you know her well.
Sounds
You
like
really
she doesn't know you at all.
no, she knows me. That's why she knew when she gave me the lunch bag. She said, "Oh, open that one." Now, this is what I'm thinking about. You got your new, you got your job.
I can see this.
Your new, you got the new stuff going on with job, and maybe you should have a lunchbox. You don't need to have a bag or anything like that. And I was like, nah, baby, I don't need that. I'm me. I'm an OG. I'm using the plastic bag. I said no, and then she said,
Just
"You're gonna
give her the W, man.
No,
This is not
Give her
worth
the
fight,
W.
Kyle.
That's not worth the fight.
It's not worth wasting the money on getting something somebody does not want. It is not about what they give you. It's about making sure they give you the gift that works for both of you, right?
you
don't just
suck.
force something down my throat. No, I'm going to
Kyle
save her
sucks.
$10.
800-990-3776. Would you ever date Kyle? No. Is the only answer.
You have to have a lot of patience.
Lucky for y'all, I'm not into you.
Thanks, Kyle. I think I'm pretty good looking.
That's not why I'm not into you.
Brad, something that you and Lexi can get along with is you are both health conscious, and that is sharing something on the couch while you're. I can see Brad and Lexi snuggling and having like a can in one hand and like giving each other a sip.
Oh yeah, you guys know how the Nortman household operates. We are sort of twisting our hands to give one another a sip, just like Ben said. And when it's the final sip, I say, "Hey baby, want me to head downstairs get you another Carbless?" She says, "You don't even need to ask," because it's an always yes. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're me, you're the first lady of the Nortman estate, Lexi, or so many people out there. A Carbless is for you. That's because it has everything that I'm looking for and you are looking for when it comes to a ready to drink cocktail. There is a flavor flavor for everyone. Black raspberry, that's a great introductory flavor if you've never had Carbless. Try black raspberry, lemon lime, and cranberry is especially good during the winter months. But also classic cocktails like margarita, certainly my favorite, but also Paloma, Mojito, Moscow Mule, such a good Moscow Mule. And then honestly, when it comes to 2025, you want a guilt-free experience. Gluten-free, carb-free, sugar-free. That is what Carbless is. Less carbonation and made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. There's so many reasons to love Carbless. That's why I bring it along. Whether I'm going to a party, whether I'm enjoying the Ortman Estate, out at a local drinking establishment, or watching the game, I always have a Carbless next to me. Less is more with Carbless.
Well, Brad Nortman called it way before the season. When the Packers were heading to Brazil to play the Philadelphia Eagles, Goody made some comments about not wanting to go play the Eagles on the road. We'll revisit Goody's comments and hear a Brad Nortman prognostication come to fruition next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
He now is off his rocker saying it. Well, if I played...
Choke artist. Choke artist, choke artist, choke artist. That's what you both are. Yeah, I said it. You both are choke artists.
Losers, choke artists.
That's what you are. You choked against TCU. You choked against Oregon. You choked against Kentucky. You choked against Duke. I can keep going.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
What's the matter with my camera? Can you straighten up?
You are in the bottommost corner.
Hold on.
There's nothing wrong with what he's doing.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
Hey,
I didn't come to work to get yelled at today.
Any
Damn
day,
it.
No,
any
you stay
day
home for
Chewy
that.
shows up on any
that
camera,
better?
not sideways, it's a
No.
win.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
Be the MVP of gift giving with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. From exhilarating Bucks experiences to unforgettable Fiserv Forum events, your gift card recipient can score tickets to Bucks games and other events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get a favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a win-win gift that lets them choose their experience. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/giftcards.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
The green and gold and playoff football. Are you going to be ready come game time? HD TVs in every room. Check. Green and gold flag out front. Check. Grill ready to fire up. Check. Chips, dips, cheesehead. Check, check, check. Now the real planning begins. A trip to Discount Liquor to complete your own personal playoff party. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Is beer on the menu? We'll set you up with your favorite or recommend something new. We have over 2,000 to choose from. What about liquor? Our variety is unmatched, as is our selection of wine. So if you want it, we've got it. Discount Liquor is your personal playoff party headquarters. Discount Liquor has everything you need, all at the lowest prices in town. Come see us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Main in downtown Waukesha. Open daily 9 to 9 and Sundays 10 to 2.
Discount Liquor.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, the certainty of protection and income are the keys to success. And as a former NFL player myself, I have experience with both. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game films helped me mentally prepare for the challenges ahead. Now I star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception to help you visualize and prepare for your fourth quarter of life. You see, you don't retire on your nest egg, but rather the income it can produce. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. possible, and it's free for you to view. Call 855-620-1801 right now for your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. Don't risk your retirement savings at the goal line. You don't need to be risky to have a winning strategy. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. Call today. 855-620-1801. That's 855-620-1801. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Tim the Trash Man at the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. Man, Kyle, you're my boy and all, but you are beyond insensitive. Ain't no way I would tell my wife that I don't want something that she took the time to buy from me. I am surprised she is still there. Get it together, bro.
She gave me some phenomenal gifts that I love. But the problem is this, is when somebody gets you a gift knowing you are going to resist, that's on you. You are taking the risk of having some talk back from me.
Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, who continues to talk himself into the same position he was earlier. Brad Nortman.
I love the gifts from baby girl.
Put the shovel down.
Alex Strofe running the show. UKB Nation 800-990-3776 or on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison and on the Adam Schefter pod. Before the Green Bay Packers played the Eagles Week 1 in Brazil, Goody had some words, and he shared his perspective on going out to Brazil, and Brad Nortman reacted.
It'll be exciting, and it'll be a new experience, but I think, again, we're not in Philadelphia, so that's a good thing.
You're still shaking your head.
I am shaking my head because, look, that Goody saying not once but twice, oh, I'm just thankful we're not in Philly. Oh, I'm just saying we're happy we're not in Philly. What kind of mindset is that? Look, this goes back to, I think, the Green Bay Packer organization, and this line of reflects it. They're too nice. Too nice. That's the Green Bay Packers. I still stand by that because now you're thinking about, at the time, it was like, oh, well, at least we have to go to Philly, all that kind of stuff. Well, now you do have to go to Philly. So what, are we scared to go to Philadelphia now to go in a playoff game and play the mean Philadelphia Eagles and the mean, city of brotherly love? The Green Bay Packers, we love them because they're nice and because they feel like one of us, because they kind of are. But sometimes, from the top down, I want to hear somebody say, I don't give a damn where we play these guys. I don't care if it's in Philly, Brazil.
We're going to punch the ass in the mouth.
Or Brookfield Central High School. We are going to punch them in the mouth, and it won't even be close because we are going to do that. That's like the mindset of these other teams that impose their will. So I still stand by this. That Goody back then is still reverberating till today, because if I was a player, I'm like, okay, well, GM. No, well, now we are going to go to Philly. So what? Are we scared to do that? So I didn't like it then. I especially don't like it now.
To me, it's a little bit reminiscent, and I know Matt LaFleur changed his tune publicly heading to Brazil, but the London fiasco, right? It's sort of the same trickle-down effect from now Goody talking about how not wanting to go to Philly. And sure, I get it. Neutral site, better opportunity for you to get a win. It's the same playing field. It's not a true road game. But what I love about football is it really shows who's the most tough, the most physical, the most willed, the most flexible, the most adaptable. The team that no matter what the situation, they're going to show you in their body of work what they're made of. And it's not that they can't go out to Philly and win. It is just to me, it's just a microcosm of what we've continuously felt from top down.
And look, Goody's not wrong. I would also celebrate internally the fact that you do get to play a very good team at a neutral field, and you don't have to go to their area where you're, 99-1 Eagles fans to Packers fans, right? So he is right. But it's about the narrative you want to establish. So the narrative you want to establish, right? And don't say it. You phrase it differently because it's a trickle down to everybody else. Because Ben, as you were saying, football more than any other sport, or maybe just as much as any other sport, it's about mentality, and it's not necessarily about skill set, but will. And when you have that greater will, and when you have that greater sense of strength and imposing your will, that's an advantage to your team. So I just wish Goody never said it. And now that they are going to Philly, I'm even more upset that he did.
Yeah, real rich coming from a punter, though, right? Isn't
it? Be tough, guys.
Actually, that's a great example because now that you guys are done inflating this story, this situation, who made that comment again? Who was the one who was doing that back in August?
Brian Gutekunst, who is he was the figurehead.
He's the general man. He ain't the figurehead. Mark Murphy's the figurehead. He is the general manager.
He's a caricature head.
Sure. His job is to select who is going to be on this roster for this football team. His job ain't to be in the locker room coaching these guys. His job isn't to be on the practice field getting them ready for practice. His job ain't to get them the pregame speech to go out there and play football. He has nothing to do with that, Brad. And Brad, who was the GM when you were in Jacksonville?
David Gettleman.
Okay, so if David Gettleman was saying something in August about having to go to the New England, would you guys be talking about in January? Boy, that David Gettleman, I wish he would have wanted us to go to New England. No, nobody cares what he had to say. It doesn't matter.
It's reflective of the mindset, though. It's reflective of the mindset that's pervasive sometimes that the Green Bay Packers can be too nice.
He was making a joke about the fact that Philly is a tough place to go, but he didn't say, are we scared to go to Philly? He just said, hey, if I had to choose a place to play, would I play in Philly or would I play in Brazil? I know when I go to Brazil, there's going to be some more Packer backers saying, "Bye, Packers, bye," versus all those Philly fans who boo Santa Claus and throw snow at opposing teams when they're mad at him. So I fully understand where he was coming from. He was making a joke. We shouldn't look into this. What this team has showed us in the past and overall as an organization, they can go on the road in tough environments and they can win football games. We saw it last year where they went to Dallas and they beat the Dallas Cowboys on the road, and we saw it last year when they went to San Francisco, a.k.a., I don't know, they play Santa something. Doesn't even matter. But they went on the road and they almost beat the San Francisco 49ers. So I don't care what Goody has to say. I care more about the mentality of Matt LaFleur, the mentality of Jordan Love, the mentality of Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney going to this game.
Kyle, you are somebody who's been a part of this organization that we work for. And you're trying to tell me that somebody who's in a leadership position above you, that their words don't trickle down to you and then the people below you?
Not if it was just something they were making a joke about and smiling about.
But he continuously said he's so happy that they're not going to be.
He said it twice. And you know who wouldn't say this? The GMs of the Lions, the Steelers, John Lynch of the 49ers. I mean, there are teams that have toughness embedded in them. And the Packers are good. They're a really good football team. The history speaks for itself. But there's a level of toughness that we've seen glimpses of this year, but they've never been the toughest team in the NFL. Maybe when they win Super Bowls, they are. But most recently, they haven't. So when you say something like this, it's just reflective of maybe there's not the level of toughness that we want out of them. I think these other programs wouldn't say that. The Lions wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm just glad we don't have to go to Philly." They'd say any place, anywhere, anytime.
I can guarantee you the Green Bay Packers aren't concerned about what the heck Goody said to start the year. What do you want this to be? Major League Baseball, the movie? Remember Major League where they're all mad at the owner of the team and they had to board? You want them to put Goody up there?
But it's all about messaging. It really is. It's always all about messaging. The first time a head coach walks into a building, the first time an owner or a GM, it's always about the message you're sending to everyone who's doing the job to help get to where you want to be.
Yeah, I just 100% disagree in this sense of the fact that they're not concerned about what their general manager said on some interview back in August. That isn't what the concern is.
So it's not
whatsoever.
It's not about
you guys
Kyle,
are talking about the mentality of the
what you're
organization.
talking about right now is, I don't think Brad and I are saying that, right now every Green Bay Packer player is listening to what Goody said.
Correct.
But it's indicative of how the organization is run and the identity and the toughness of this team that we've seen through 17 games.
What I don't want us to think is that this is indicative of the Green Bay Packers being a soft organization, because what we know is that they're not a soft organization.
Soft.
They're
nice.
They're a nice organization, but nice organizations still win a lot of football games, right? So maybe you're trying to say this is why they're not going to win a championship. No, they're not winning a championship because they just didn't execute in the moments that matter.
Are the Green Bay Packers closer to tough or soft?
Oh, they're closer to tough than soft. Come on now. They smacked the hell out of a lot of football teams this year. They won 11 football games.
The tough team smacked them right in their face.
Yeah, but yes, they got
the real tough teams.
They got smacked by some really good football teams, but when you look at it, when you talk about top 10 football teams in the NFL, I'll be happy to put the Packers in the top 10 overall of teams in the NFL this year. They're good. They're a really good football team. So I'm not going to sit here and allow us to say, oh, they're not tough, and allow us to paint this picture of this organization being a soft organization or a nice organization simply because the GM was laughing about something. I get what you guys are trying to say, but not today, my friend. We're not going to paint that picture of my Green Bay Packers.
It was just too folksy, too nice. It's something you say like a family member. Oh, I'm just glad we don't have to go to Philly. He's not wrong. but it's not the venue for it. A national podcast that you know is going to get to players and media, I would rather have something affirmative, something strong, something declarative, and say, okay, the Packers do mean business, and that starts from the top down.
If anything, if you were to say the Packers last week were trying to win the game against the Chicago Bears because they were trying to run away from Philly, then you would have a case. But at this point, hell no.
I got a quick question for you.
I have an answer for you. I can't say.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't say quick answer. Do you think the emotion you felt was more about who they lost to or how they lost on Sunday?
Ooh, what a question.
Well, for me overall, it was about how they lost, right? Like, losing to the Chicago Bears. Newsflash. We weren't going to beat the Chicago Bears 40 times in a row. That's like impossible to do. We knew it would happen one day, and this was the game where the Packers weren't all in. My issue is about how they lost. The lack of execution at the end. The indecisiveness by our head coach at the end. Those are the things that I think have to be corrected in order for me to have more confidence in this organization, this football team. So it's not so much that they lost to the Chicago Bears. It is the poor execution that we saw on display against the Chicago Bears that I cannot be happy.
Thank you for your quick answer to my quick question. Ben Bruss, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, Strophy running the show. Brad, you're going to tell us about Quintessa, and we're going to be joined by Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher coming up soon.
Oh, that's right, because it's 2025. It's a new year. That means a new you, physically at least. And Quintessa Aesthetic Center will be the catalyst to help you get there. I go to the Quintessa in Brookfield. I work with Jess. She is awesome. You will not regret it, because it's not just about hitting the gym, eating better. It's about total wellness. Your optimum self, not just some low-level standard. You want to feel energized, confident, and ready to take on everything 2025 has to offer. In Quintessa Aesthetic Center will help you get there. And now there's no better time to be able to take advantage of Quintessa, because now through March 31st, Quintessa is offering special New Year's packages to help you kickstart your year in the right way. And it could be anything personalized to you, whether it be skincare treatments, hormone therapy, IV therapy, even things like supplements, which I am just loaded up on with Quintessa, or the infrared sauna, even something like skincare, Botox. There are certain things that you can do to make your body feel right, look right, and be your absolute best. It is time to invest in yourself, and there's no better investment vehicle than Quintessa Aesthetic Center. Simple, effective, and tailored to you. That's what you're going to get with Quintessa. So visit them at myquintessa.com and take that step in 2025 to the confident, revitalized you.
Old T, Packers Hall of Famer, host of Willie and Tausch, Mark Tauscher, joins us next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
He was the lead in the girls softball movie, the Bernstein Bears. What's it called?
800
what?
990
Tom Hanks, that movie. There's no crying in baseball. What was it?
That was A League of Their Own.
Not Bad News Bears.
The Bernstein Bears, like the book.
Bernstein Bears. Bro, you're done.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Patients everywhere are experiencing joint pain relief thanks to QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. So how does this non-surgical approach work? QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff explains.
It's like when you get a paper cut and the cells that come onto that scene first stop the bleeding, and then it recruits more cells to form new skin and new soft tissue. And then you look down a week later, 2 weeks later, and it's like nothing happened and that paper cut never existed.
In this same way, QC Kinetics uses your natural biologics to help repair and restore aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
We take those same similar cells in different areas that are arthritic, are painful, and we cause this kind of internal self-healing that can resolve patients' pain.
Relief without surgery. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Progressive knows we all crave validation.
Girl, you are not 37.
I would have guessed 27.
You guys are too sweet.
Sure, dewy skin. Terrific.
Is something wrong, Ned?
Why would you ask? Just because today marks my 10th anniversary without a car accident or even a speeding ticket? But somehow, tonight's all about your skincare.
Wow. With Snapshot from Progressive, you can get a personalized rate based on how you drive. And that's all the validation you need. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving.
If you've been busy this past holiday season, then it's time to finally focus on you. And that's where Macy's comes in. Come and treat yourself to something great, like rejuvenating skincare routines from Lancome, Estee Lauder, Clinique, Shiseido, Kiehl's, and more of your favorites. With so many great deals at Macy's, you'll be able to pick up a new cleanser and a new serum and a new moisturizer now during our Deals for Great Skin event. So, what are you waiting for? Refresh your routine today at Macy's.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
The Packers' 11-game winning streak over the Bears is over after a 24-22 loss at Lambeau Field. However, the big story coming out of the game, the health of Jordan Love. The Green Bay starting quarterback left in the second quarter with a right elbow injury. After the game, Love talked about what happened on the play that caused the injury.
I landed on it on the ground, I think. Just kind of pretty much lost all feeling in my hand and pretty much just went numb.
The Packers will be the 7th seed in the NFC playoffs and will visit the number 2 seed Philadelphia Eagles this coming wildcard weekend.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Mark Tauscher on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman is brought to you by Fleet Farm. Remember, if Fleet Farm doesn't have it, then you don't need it.
Joining us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. And again, this song is so great because the season is still unwritten. There's a playoffs. The Packers, Eagles, despite what happened. The Packer Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher, joins us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. What's up, Tausch?
Good afternoon, boys. How are we?
Doing well, doing well. So, old T, you know, you've been really fiery at times, and I like fiery Tausch. Whether it be the Matt LaFleur not being as calm as needed on the sideline, or I guess it was Homer more on the timeout gate of the Chicago Bears game. Do you think it would be of benefit to have a little timeout clock management sensei next to Matt LaFleur so he can just focus on calling plays?
I think he has that. I mean, you're talking about a fully loaded staff with people up in the box, and, you know, the end of the game, I understood what happened there. I think there was, whether or not they had planned the way they needed to, but I don't think they thought they were going to lose yards. And I think they thought they'd get a first down and be able to go. And then there was that indecisiveness of whether or not they could make that kick. So I'm not going to beat him up as bad as Homer did. It obviously was a mistake. And
what about that conversation, though? Brad talked about earlier with us yesterday about you have that conversation after pregame warmups of what the range is for the kicker. The conversation felt like it was 2 minutes, despite it probably only being 10 seconds.
Yes, but you still have to understand, yes, all right, McManus, I'm good from 57, going this way. Yeah, you have those conversations. But you have to think through, all right, what are we going to do here? You want to call the timeout in case you decide you're going to go for it? I understood. It doesn't make it acceptable, but this wasn't as egregious as like Eberflus or some of these other timeout mistakes. It cost you a game, no doubt. They had an idea of what it was, and I think they just got caught assuming they were going to pick up yards and not lose yards and put it in maybe more of a no man's land opportunity to kick than maybe what LaFleur anticipated, and that maybe he panicked a little bit, and hopefully this can be something that he learns from and doesn't have the same mistake happen again.
Tausch, we're going to turn back the clock to August 6th of 2024. Goody was on the Adam Schefter podcast, and he had this to say, and I responded on that same day with this reaction.
It'll be exciting, and it'll be a new experience, but I think, again, we're not in Philadelphia, so that's a good thing.
You're still shaking your head.
I am shaking my head because, look, that Goody saying not once but twice, oh, I'm just thankful we're not in Philly. Oh, we're happy we're not in Philly. What kind of mindset is that? Look, this goes back to, I think, the Green Bay Packer organization, and this line of reflects it. They're too nice.
So that was in reference to the Packers playing the Eagles in Brazil, and Goody saying, well, I'm just glad we're not going to Philly. Well, now they are going to Philly. And I doubled down on the comment of, look, I'm not saying that they're necessarily soft, but the Packers can be too nice. I was upset about that comment then. I'm even more upset now that they are going to mean old Philly. Am I making too big a deal about what Goody is saying, that maybe there's a pervasive feeling in the Packer organization that they're just all too nice, which is a great thing, but I don't think the Lions would say something like this publicly.
Brad, I would say you're probably the nicest guy at ESPN Wisconsin. And for you to feel this way, I don't understand what you're upset about. You have to look back at what the mindset was. They didn't want to go to Brazil. They didn't want to make the 8 or 10 hour flight down there. So you have to start looking for positives. This wasn't, oh boy, we're so afraid of Philly. It is an advantage. You want to play to your fans in Brazil. You want to get people to turn out. That was a let's prop this thing up deal. Let's make us feel as good about going after the London debacle when Matt LaFleur was saying he didn't want to go and all this other stuff. You flipped it. I don't have any problem with Matt LaFleur or with Brian Gutekunst's approach there, because you have to live in the moment. Everything is week to week in this league. And at that point, you got to get your guys excited about going to Sao Paulo. And by doing that, you're accentuating the positives. And the positives is it wasn't going to be as hostile of an environment going down there than if you're playing in Philly. So I like agreeing with you, Brad, but I don't get it seems like a lot of outrage for something that I think being in that locker room, you understand what Goody was trying to get done there.
Thank you, Tausch.
Yeah, I understand that. And part of me definitely agrees with you. I just wonder if oftentimes the Packers publicly, and I don't know what's like inside the building. You know more than I do about what's like inside the building, but it just oftentimes plays the nice guy in the NFL. And I love that. That's the reason why they have so many fans and why they're so easy to love in this state. I just wish sometimes someone would come out publicly.
They have more of an edge.
A little bit more of an edge, a little bit more of toughness. Yeah.
You know what, Brad? You're not the first person to say that. If you remember, Mike Daniels been on our show, and he said this before. There is something, you have to be who you are, and I think part of the great story of being a Green Bay Packer is community owned. All of the stuff that makes Green Bay great. And you lean into that just like Pittsburgh leans into Pittsburgh tough, and Miami leans into not being able to play in the cold. Like, there is always a little bit to that narrative, and you have to go about and reshape that when it's needed. But you're going to be who you are. And I think, Midwest folks are nice. There's nothing wrong with being nice. I don't ever sense that when guys are out on the field, they're worried about how nice they are. It's more, they want to be accommodated. You want to make it fan-friendly. You want all that. But trust me, if they fought hard to not have to go to Brazil, jetways and runways and all the stuff.
That's right. That is right.
So many good narratives from that.
You can sit and pout about that, or you can try to embrace and make it as positive as you can. I think that's the way Green Bay looks at it.
Tausch, everybody's really in panic mode after Sunday's loss to the Chicago Bears. What do you say to fans who think that the Chicago Bears loss is going to be indicative of what the season is going to be, and they have zero chance to win in Philly on
Nobody
Sunday?
said zero
Yeah,
chance.
I don't know. It was something I tried to get out in front of it because I sensed this was how it was going to be. And I get it, man. It's a bad loss to a bad team. You kind of half-hearted the whole thing. Who's going to play? And guys get injured. Should we pull them? It was a tough spot from the jump. But you just have to look at this thing big picture. And everybody that knows playoff football is a whole different animal. Philly's favored. They were going to be favored if Green Bay smoked Chicago. The only thing that I think you do wonder about is where's the confidence level of this team going into Philly? And as long as that's strong and they feel like they can win that game, all the other stuff is just kind of, it is what it is. I would have loved to have seen these guys playing better than what they are right now, just for that part. But I'm all right with it, and I think you're going to see a team that's hungry and is going to have an opportunity to show what they've seen the last couple weeks isn't what they're all about.
Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer, joining us here on Kyle Brust and Nortman. Tausch, you've been married long enough to know how this goes, gift giving.
Oh, boy.
Kyle Wallace got a gift from his
full name
baby girl and said, you know what, baby, I don't want this. Take this back.
Ooh. And mom.
And mom, you got me this. I don't want it.
Equal opportunity man.
Why don't you just take the gift receipt and go? Why do you have to tell them that the gift sucked?
Well, they didn't offer me a gift receipt, and the one gift sucked. But Tausch, for me, the way I look at it as, you gave me something I don't want. We're both adults. You've given me a lot of great gifts. If you give me a gift and I don't want it, instead of it sitting and being cluttered, I should say, hey, go get your money back. So I did that with a lunchbox, and I did that with a Nike T-shirt, and I did that with some Hugo Boss jeans, I guess. I don't know what those were.
Yeah, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. I don't think you need to do that. Just keep the stuff and then take it back and get money. They want to give you something. Now they feel like they didn't do anything, and now they're like, you're an ungrateful jerk.
They gave great stuff. My thing is this. If I ever give you, Brad, if I ever give you, and Ben, you have a wedding coming up. If I give you something where you say, I don't think I need it, keep it, take it back, I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to take it back. That's what I'm going to do. No. I'm going to take it back, get my money back in my pocket.
Well, you're wired differently. That's all right. I just don't understand if you want to be real honest with your mom or whoever, great. I just think you're making something out of something that you didn't probably need to.
Guess what his girlfriend's love language is?
What?
As Stroh pointed out, words of affirmation. He's telling you, I don't want this, take it back.
I tell her I love her all the time. You know what I just realized? My dad tried to give me a flashlight for Christmas as well, and I told him I already got him. I don't need it.
Oh, my God.
I legit just told him that. He was like, I was thinking
what did you say about Kyle earlier? You suck.
Yeah. So would you be all right next year then when nobody gets you anything?
No, they gave me gifts, Tausch, but when you try to give somebody five gifts,
they shouldn't.
Nobody likes
should surprise you with
your
a gift.
Gifts.
No,
why would anyone even get you anything?
They should think of it like baseball. If you're batting 500, 600, 700, you're an incredible person. If they're batting 500, 600 with me with gifts, you're great.
But the issue you're not seeing, Kyle, is they shouldn't even walk up to the plate with you.
Oh, they should. I like their gifts. I just don't like all of them.
Such an ass.
Yeah.
I'm a realist. Y'all should take some from me. You guys should be more like that. Tausch, do you ever get gifts you don't like from your wife?
No.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Well, that's answer of a long-time married man.
Yeah. I certainly wouldn't say this is garbage. Take it back with you.
I guess.
What am I, Jason? Jason Wilde? That's what he does.
Hey, well, I like Jason. I love you too, but I like Jason. Me and him are more alike than I thought.
Tausch, have a good practice, okay?
All right, buddy. See you guys.
That's old T getting ready for some hoops practice. And you know what? He's probably, if he went home after work today or did the show from his undisclosed location, he probably was very comfy because there was no draft from his windows. You know what I'm saying, Bradley?
I sure do know what you're saying because Tausch knows what you're saying, too. That's because he's well familiar with Gina Della and Pella Windows and Doors for Wisconsin. And this is the time of year where you really feel what Ben's talking about, right? Drafty, cold, that heat getting out of there.
I feel it right now, and I have an installation date.
That's right.
February 3rd. I can't wait. New windows, new door. I worked with Gina and Joe. They took me through the whole process, helped me figure out how I was going to be more energy efficient, make my home look more beautiful, meet where I was budget-wise, had the financing offers. It literally is all there for you. 855-PELLA-WI or PELLAWI.com and let them know that KBN sent you because Gina is the best. Say
KB la la la.
And she will love it, and you will love the windows and doors from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Brad Nortman, for those who have missed it, it's been 2 weeks since we've had an Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. The debut of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust will be 3 o'clock. It's been 3 weeks since an Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. Brad Nortman has been suspended. We relive how he screwed up.
Not suspended. Fired.
Replaced. We have a new question asker. We have a new question asker.
Wow.
And Kyle and Strofe, they're not it. More next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Oh, no, not Coach Booty. People said yes, good riddance. He didn't do enough.
Not Coach Bud, but
Coach Booty.
They call him Booty, Bud?
Did they call him
Coach
Booty?
Bud. You know, when I said Booty.
Only his friends call him Booty.
I said
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that a lot of life's firsts are better with help from American Family Insurance. Like your first home expansion or your first big lightning strike. There's a first for everything. Get the right home policy at the right price with the right help from American Family's agents. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. Guys, most new clients start with just 1/3 the free testosterone they need, and that puts you at an unfair disadvantage. No matter how hard you push yourself, it's an uphill battle. Free testosterone drives everything, your energy, strength, and metabolism, and without it, nothing works. At Mentality, our doctors restore that balance so your body works the way it should. Energy comes back, fat burns off, and you feel like yourself again. Make this year different. Visit mentalityhealth.com/radio for a special New Year offer. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, the certainty of protection and income are the keys to success. And as a former NFL player myself, I have experience with both. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game films helped me mentally prepare for the challenges ahead. Now I star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Retirement Deception to help you visualize and prepare for your fourth quarter of life. You see, you don't retire on your nest egg, but rather the income it can produce. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. And it's free for you to view. Call 855-620-1801 right now for your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. Don't risk your retirement savings at the goal line. You don't need to be risky to have a winning strategy. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free streaming code to watch The Retirement Deception. Call today. 855-620-1801. That's 855-620-1801. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust. Get your Golden Eagles essentials by opening Marquette checking from Wintrust today.
Number 8 Marquette used a 26-3 run between the end of the first half and beginning of the second to down Creighton 79-71 at Fiserv Forum. Senior guard Cam Jones scored 15 of his 22 points in the second half to go along with 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. His 7th game this season with 12-plus points, 5-plus assists, and 5-plus rebounds.
Back out Cam Jones. Open three. You bet. Oh, baby.
Oh, I thought he had a layup. It was a good find there.
Welcome back, Cam Jones. We missed you.
Senior guard Stevie Mitchell finished with 18 points, 14 coming in the first half, along with 6 rebounds and 2 assists. His 4th straight game scoring in double digits. The Golden Eagles moved to 13-2 overall and 4-0 in Big East play. They stay home to host Georgetown Tuesday night.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, and the official bank of Marquette University.
This is Kevin Van Rossum, president of Three Tree Marketing. Send gifts to appreciate anyone, anywhere, anytime with a gift of your choice by using our gifting solutions technology. Our team handles it all, from concepting, site creation, as well as production of branded products. Elevate your brand's connection to its consumers by creating the ultimate gifting experience with us. Make the art of gifting effortless for yourself. At Three Tree Marketing, we chase partners, not orders. Visit threetreemarketing.com to see what we can do for you.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. KBN Nation at 800-990-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Strophy running the show. You can also see our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Now, it's been 3 weeks since a Tuesday at 3 o'clock in which we've been able to execute Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Strofe, my current record heading into 2025 is what?
26, 7.
I could have swore I was one above 500.
No, you went back to 500. If you'd like to listen to the proof, I got it.
Yeah, my gaff made it.
Brad Nortman was promoted as we started from Josh DiMaggio and Greg Scalzo as the question asker from Scalzo and Brust to Kyle Brust and Nortman. We gave him a year and 3 months. There was a lot of hiccups. We even have people grading him on the talk and text line, the Carbless talk and text line, and he had a hiccup that was unforgivable. This was Brad Nortman before the new year at Brewtown Trading Co. during Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
What part of the cell contains genetic material?
The nucleus.
In the human body.
Oh, that's painful.
Oh, my God, Brad blew it.
To re-listen.
Yes, did he win?
He won by 1. Brad blew it.
Yeah, that's my boy.
The other side note is here.
Back to 500.
What part of the cell contains genetic material?
The nucleus. Kyle was happy to root for me because someone was
Z and the D. What a
dancing
jerk.
on your grave.
What a
part of the
jerk.
cell contains genetic material?
The nucleus.
Brad! Even the way I remember it so vividly at Brewtown Trading Co., the smirk on Ben's face when I messed up.
What smirk? I knew that one.
Well, you just knew, like, oh boy, he botched that one. I'm about to nail him. And then that one answer was the difference maker in getting Ben the win.
What part of the cell contains genetic material?
The nucleus.
Man, that got you fired, huh?
I'm haunted by that.
Did you ever recover?
You got hives right now.
I haven't. I mean, this red shirt, this is why Lexi said this red shirt doesn't look good on me. Because I'm blushing now. I'm angry.
Maybe if you dressed up a little nicer, maybe your mentality would be better. You'd be a better question asker.
I would.
So here's what's going to happen. Brad, you're going to tell us about Carbless, our new sponsor of the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. I'm going to leave the room, and then in 2 minutes, we'll be back with the first Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust with the Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust question Cesar?
Oh, no way.
Czar?
The trivia czar of Milwaukee, yes.
Jackie will be the question asker.
Yeah, and until then, the one thing that I went back to that night to drown my sorrows a little bit was a Carbless. So whether it be I need a moment just to gather myself, like when I messed up on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, or I'm celebrating because I'm watching my favorite team, I'm always accompanied by a Carbless. A Carbless is your go-to ready-to-drink cocktail that you've been waiting for, that you've been looking for. One of the best things about New Year's and Christmas, I got to see a bunch of extended family and friends. That means a lot of them got to try Carbless for the first time. And whoa, boy, was it received well. Everyone was saying, gosh, what flavor is this? Hey, what is this? No way this is gluten-free, carb-free, and sugar-free. I said, that's right. It's Carbless. It's guilt-free. They loved the flavors, like black raspberry, lemon lime, pineapple, cranberry. Also the classic cocktails like Moscow Mule, Mojito, strawberry margarita. So much love for first-time Carbless drinkers. If you've never tried Carbless, now's the time to do it. Start 2025 with a guilt-free choice when it comes to a premium ready-to-drink cocktail, and that is Carbless. Made right here in the great state of Wisconsin, Carbless. Less is more.
Big opportunity here, KBN Nation. 26-7 is the record of Ben Brust. Can we get him back under 500? I'm looking for the brightest. I'm looking for the smartest. I'm looking for the sharpest of KBN Nation. And I need you right now to be caller 15. Caller 15 right now. You play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, which is presented by Lakeland University. 800-990-3776. 800-990-ESPN. That is your way into Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust. Caller number 15 on the Carbless talk and text line. 800-990-3776. Caller 15 plays Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust in 2 minutes right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Kyle Walsh for Universal Windows Direct. Right now, buy 2 windows and get 2 free. There is no limit and no payments for 3 whole years. Restrictions apply. If you already have a price quote, they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Patients everywhere are experiencing joint pain relief thanks to QC Kinetics regenerative treatments. So how does this non-surgical approach work? QC Kinetics Medical Director Dr. Aaron Wolkoff explains.
Is like when you get a paper cut and the cells that come onto that scene first stop the bleeding, and then it recruits more cells to form new skin and new soft tissue. And then you look down a week later, 2 weeks later, and it's like nothing happened and that paper cut never existed.
In this same way, QC Kinetics uses your natural biologics to help repair and restore aching knees, hips, shoulders, and backs.
We take those same similar cells in different areas that are arthritic, are painful, and we cause this kind of internal self-healing that can resolve patients' pain.
Relief without surgery. See if you're a candidate for QC Kinetics regenerative treatments.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Ready for a win? Well, it's your year. At Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you could win over $2,000 in free play every month, all year long. Just play your favorite games and you might take the stage in the It's Your Year game show. 25 winners each Thursday. There's $300,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs this January. Yeah, we think it's your year. More info at paysbig.com. Must be 21 years old to play.
August 16th, 2024, Elite Media for American Family Insurance, at ID YALM4181000. Spot title, Family Radio, 30 seconds, radio full mix.
Life's better with American Family Insurance. Because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nordman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Well, KBN Nation had a good run. Had a good run as the question asker of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. But when you have an unforgivable gaffe, like I did last time, you just get replaced. I feel like Aaron Rodgers on a great run, but throwing an interception to lose out of the playoffs, and I'm replaced by the great Jordan Love. That is the trivia czar right here at Good Karma Brands, Jackie. So without further ado, we're going to keep it rolling because we need Ben Brust to lose to start 2025 with a losing record. And we have Paul in Cascade to take on Ben today. Paul, are you ready to give Ben the first loss of 2025?
I live for these moments.
I like the confidence. And Jackie, are you ready to be the first question asker of 2025? And I officially hand you the reins of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? What's your confidence level? How you feeling?
Confidence is high. I think you set the bar low, but the pressure's on.
Oh,
wow. She's taking shots. Taking shots at you. Wow.
Well, I mean, if we want to double down on that from the Trivia Czar, you said you handed her the reins?
Yes, that's right. I laid down the reins.
No.
Purposely. I didn't get fired.
Yeah.
I willingly.
No, you didn't. You got fired.
You got fired. The reins were taken from you and handed to Jackie.
I didn't want it anyway.
You didn't ask to go somewhere else, right? You didn't go to your little retreat and come back like Aaron Rodgers from your ayahuasca and darkness retreat and say, you know what? I'm going to pass it to the next generation. You came into work and they told you, boy, that's your last time doing this.
Well, luckily it's in good hands because we have the Trivia Czar Jackie, who is the Milwaukee area trivia MC. You see her all the time at local taverns on trivia night. The Trivia Czar is here because I am now fully and finally suspended for my performances. So, Jackie, it's on you to hand Ben Brust the loss, alongside Paul in Cascade. So, Strophe, should we get it kicked off and let's spin it?
those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right, it is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. Here's how you play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many questions correct as you can. You're allowed to say a pass, and we will come back to it if we get through the rest. If you beat Ben, you will win an ESPN Wisconsin prize package. Any questions, Paul?
No, sir.
All right, Jackie, the show is yours. Why don't you get, when you're ready, give him a 3, 2, 1, and the timer will start, and we are off on Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust in 2025.
Sweet. Alex, you good?
I'm good, Jackie. Let's rock it.
All right, Paul. In 3, 2, 1. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter S?
Foxtrot.
Receiving a Presidential Medal of Freedom over the weekend, who is the lead singer of U2?
Bono.
What is the powerhouse of the cell?
Pass.
Who wrote Pride and Prejudice?
Jane Austen.
Who was the first emperor of Rome?
Caesar.
What do you call a phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards?
I'll pass. I know it, but I'll get it back to it.
What is the scientific term for the windpipe?
Trachea.
The Cold War was primarily between the U.S. and which country?
Russia or USSR.
What is the boiling point of water in Fahrenheit?
212 degrees.
What ancient structure is located in Giza, Egypt?
Leaning Tower of Pisa.
What do plants absorb during photosynthesis?
They absorb carbon dioxide.
In what year did the U.S. land the first man on the moon?
1969.
Which element has the atomic number 1?
Hydrogen.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
George Orwell.
Which scientist is famous for his 3 laws of motion?
Newton. Isaac Newton.
Okay.
I feel like he
Hold
cooked.
on. He cooked, and I see why I got replaced.
Yeah,
I see why I got replaced.
I just found out when I'm listening. I said, "Oh boy, I can't read.
That-
I can't read. I can't read."
Is a heck of a performance from Paul and Cascade to lead off 2025. That is a 10 spot, and he got through all 15.
He was, he was cooking.
Cooking?
He was cooking. I didn't know if it was right or not, but the way he answered, I said, "That sound right. That sound
Yeah.
right." But woo,
Jackie, your pace, I can tell that you do this on a semi-professional level. This is impressive.
Every Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Wow. Ben, there was a reason why I got replaced.
Yeah.
Is she a professional?
She is a pro.
I feel like I
Pretty
need,
good at this. Pretty
I need
good
to
at
go
this.
back to the 5th grade and learn to read.
I know. She was so confident.
I love how Jackie is asking the question sitting where Kyle normally sits. Kyle, you and Brad look like the class, and Jackie looks like the teacher.
It's the live studio
Take some
audience.
freaking notes on how to do your job.
Yeah,
Listen.
no, I'm going to just sit back like I always do during this segment. Relax and relax.
This is no different for Kyle.
No,
Sit
not
back,
at all.
relax, and enjoy the show.
It was a treat
Hey, Ben,
to
stop
witness.
stalling. You ready?
I'm tying my shoe.
Hey, it's
Why?
over. You starting the year off 0-1, but, maybe next week.
Well, to remind
Get
everybody,
out of here.
Come on, show me some love.
If Jackie, I want to roll in this too. So I'm the referee. So if Jackie is the new question asker, which after you experience it, Ben, you realize why she's way better than me, I will remind you on the rules. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we'll come back to it if we get through the rest. If Paul and Cascade beats you, he's going to win a 20, or not, he's going to win.
You
the
can't even do
Wisconsin
this, Jack.
prize
You got to learn
package.
to do this because he can't even read this part.
I didn't know he was reading this the whole time. I thought he was just going off the top of the dome.
He needs a roll.
No, there's a script, yeah. Can't even do that.
But we changed the gift, so I just want to,
The gift.
Jackie, you can talk as much as you want because these guys can't put together sentences.
It's like we're the peanut gallery here.
Yeah, no, I really
You guys are Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
I mean, you're reading a script. How hard can it be?
Hey, it's not easy.
Kill the ass.
I'm just kidding.
All right,
No,
Jackie.
you're not kidding. You're mean and
shut
vicious.
up. You're just as slow as
All
us.
right,
Yeah, Jackie.
Back on the game. Ben,
Jackie.
you ready?
Yes, Alex, are you ready?
All right, let's go.
Ben?
3, 2, 1.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter S?
Pass.
Receiving a Presidential Medal of Freedom over the weekend, who is the lead singer of U2?
Hell if I know.
Uh-oh.
What is the powerhouse of the cell?
The nucleus.
Who wrote The Pride and Prejudice?
The Pride and the Prejudice?
Yeah. Who wrote it?
I don't know.
Who was the first emperor of Rome?
Marcus Aurelius.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
What do you call a phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards?
A palindrome.
Yeah.
What is the scientific term for the windpipe?
The trachea.
The Cold War was primarily between the U.S. and which country?
The Soviet Union.
What is the boiling point of water in Fahrenheit?
232.
What ancient structure is located in Giza, Egypt?
The pyramids.
What do plants absorb during photosynthesis?
Water.
In what year did the United States land the first man on the moon?
1969.
Which element has the atomic number 1?
Hydrogen.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
Jason Aldean.
All right.
Which scientist is famous for his 3 laws of motion?
Newton.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter S?
Alpha, beta. Am I on the right track?
You got a long way to go.
C, D,
Bravo,
E, F,
Tango.
G,
What's before Tango?
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
I don't know.
Well, good afternoon.
Benny, that might be your best score in a loss.
What'd I get?
7.
I went on a hot streak.
Paul and Cascade at a 10 spot.
10?
You got 7 correct.
Yeah,
That's
It
good.
didn't seem like that many.
It did not seem like that many at all.
You got a little hot
Okay,
there.
yeah, yo, watch your sass, Jack.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
one
did you notice, Jackie, how he tried to take back control by doing the countdown for you for the timer?
Subtle
Yeah, I
mind
saw
games
that.
over here. Jedi mind
Don't-
tricks.
don't
Little
let him do that.
mansplaining.
Yo.
Oh.
That's about right. That sounds about right for Benjamin
All right,
Bruss.
easy, Kyle.
Yeah, mansplaining.
If Jackie heard all the things that you've done with your significant other, she'd be giving you the business.
Oh, man.
All right, friends.
Well, hang on, Jackie.
We got answers.
We have answers, but if you gave your husband a gift and he said, take it back, what would you say to him?
What?
That's what Kyle did.
5, 6
Multiple
gifts.
times.
I got like 6, 7 gifts. Okay, it was a questionable gift.
You told your partner to take the gifts back?
No, 1 gift. I said I don't need that. You know I don't want.
But he also told his mom to take a gift back and his father to take a gift back.
Sounds like you're ungrateful.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes,
I'm
Jackie,
grateful
yes.
for- They gave me a lot. I'm spoiled. What can I say? I want them to get their money back, Jackie. That's all it is.
Nope, you take it where you can get it. Be spoiled.
Okay,
All right,
you know
let's-
what? Jackie didn't come here to give her opinion. She came here to ask questions. Let's get
No,
back to what
I
you're here
like
for.
Jackie's opinions. I'm not going to lie.
All right. You ready?
Yeah,
Answers.
let's go through
So,
the answers.
In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word represents the letter S? It is Sierra.
Sierra.
No Russell.
Not like the singer.
Was I close on the Tango? Tango's T, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not S.
I know. I've been watching a lot of 24, and they've been given like nuclear codes, so
Oh,
I was
cool.
hoping I'd get
That's
that there.
awesome.
Get it
That's
done.
awesome,
What a
man.
show.
That's really cool.
0 for 1.
All right, question 2. Receiving a Presidential Medal of Freedom over the weekend, who's the lead singer of U2? That is Bono.
Bono.
Who'd you say?
Hell if I know. I believe
Hell
is what
if
it
I
said.
know.
Wow, great singer.
What is the powerhouse of the cell? That is the mitochondria.
Not the nucleus.
Why are you asking me? I already guessed.
I'm not asking you. I'm judging you.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Man.
Sorry, that was a little sassy.
Oh, no. Keep
No,
the
that's
sass
good.
up.
That's
That's
good.
here to
You
do.
need that.
Keep it up.
Question 4. Who wrote Pride and Prejudice?
Come on, Benny. You know this one.
You've had this one 10 times.
Margaret Thatcher?
No. Goodness gracious.
No, that was
said
the
we
prime
had it a
minister.
lot.
That
Jane
was the
Austen.
prime minister.
Jane Austen. Is this who Brad killed?
Well, no.
No, Kyle killed. No, Kyle killed her. She thought
Jane Austen's dead.
Yeah, we
for
thought
200
that,
years.
But we thought that she died recently.
I thought it was Jane Elliott, who I think still is alive.
That's
All
a
right.
lot of misses there.
All right, question 5.
I like how she keeps us on track better than we do.
Question 5. Who is the first emperor of Rome? That is Augustus.
Marcus Aurelius is the guy from Gladiator.
It's the only Roman thing I knew.
Good to know.
Question 6. What do you call a phrase that reads the same backwards and forwards?
He got this one.
Palindrome.
Good job.
Palindrome.
Had that about
Congratulations.
14 times.
Question
You're
7.
about 1 for 14.
What is the scientific term for the windpipe? That is the trachea.
I was surprised. How'd you know that?
We had it.
Good job.
Question 8. The Cold War is primarily between the U.S. and which country? That is the Soviet Union.
You swagged on that one. You didn't say
Swag.
Russia.
This is-
You
I know,
said
I
Soviet
swag.
Union. Yeah, you still lost.
Question 9. The boiling point of water in Fahrenheit, that is 212 degrees.
Dang!
A little bit hot.
And then 10. The ancient structures located in Giza, Egypt. Not the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which Paul and Cascade said. It is the pyramids.
Yeah, good job, Ben. Good job.
Question 11. Plants absorb during photosynthesis, that is carbon dioxide.
But they also
Not
probably
water.
absorb water at some point, Ben, right?
Through their roots.
Yo, shut up.
I'm trying to make you sound a little smarter.
Not working.
True friend. In what year did the U.S. land the first man on the moon? That is 1969. The element with the atomic number 1, it is hydrogen. It was George Orwell who wrote 1984. And then the scientist who was famous for the 3 laws of motion, that is Isaac Newton.
Sir Isaac.
You did pretty well at the end.
Yeah, you
the
went on a
fun
run.
part was, though, he got the first 5 wrong, so mathematically he could have tied at best.
Oh, was that the fun part, Stroh?
I knew it was over before it even began.
Well, I wonder what the odds were at Potawatomi Casino Hotel for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust today. Paul and Cascade with the 10 spot, Ben Brust with the 7. But what you need to do is go enjoy that 2,000 square foot video wall, seating for over 200, the restaurant known as The Kitchen. You can use your rewards card to get rewards points when you place bets. Now, I'm telling you, if you feel like Kyle does, the Packers are dogs. You can go in there and get some value on the Packers to win the game. You can take the points. There's options for you. Paysbig.com/sportsbook to build your bets. 20-minute reserve parking spaces for you to go in and out. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Bet big, bet bold, build your bets, and bet above the rest. Jackie, our questions are...
Well done, Jackie.
You're 1-0 against Ben.
What a start. What a
How do you feel?
Feels great, guys.
Yeah.
Excited to be back here next week.
It's that
Let's
seat.
do it.
Think so?
What is it?
That seat.
Oh, it's the seat? No, it's the
Yeah,
seat.
give her some credit, Kyle.
Kyle, you should stay there the rest of the show.
Absolutely not. I don't
Can
like
you
being over
imagine?
here. I don't like it.
Sandwiched in between Ben and Brad.
Yeah, nah, I don't like it. Mm-mm.
We're all a little
Will Sunday's loss end up being the wake-up call for the Green Bay Packers? What do you think, Kyle?
Ring-a-ding-ding. Get up.
What?
My alarm clock does. My alarm clock goes ring-a-ding-ding.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Milwaukee County, you need to shovel the pathway to the lake, okay? I had to step through snow
Is
in order
Kyle-
to get to the lake.
I think Kyle's the Karen of the show.
I think
He's,
Kyle,
he's high maintenance, for
I
sure.
think Kyle pays taxes in the county of Milwaukee that just went up, so I expect for this stuff to be piled.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Standard traffic right now, just a little bit of a backup along westbound 94 through the Stadium interchange. Southbound on 41, just some pockets of traffic from Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive. Other than that, we're looking pretty good. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy, a low of 13. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, a few flurries with a high of 22. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
That's the idea of a deal. Each side gets wins, right? They have Jordan Love under contract for the next 5 years.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino.
I think Packers fans would sign up for 12-5 today, and maybe they will be.
Right here on 94.5 ESPN and also streaming live on the Wisconsin On Demand app and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Confidence and strength begin with how you feel. At Quintessa Aesthetic Center, it is not about just looking good. It's about results that last and empower you. With 5 convenient locations in Delafield, Mequon, Brookfield, Middleton, and Sheboygan, their team of world-class plastic surgeons, skilled clinicians, and expert estheticians are here to help you take control. Whether it's advanced skincare, anti-aging treatments, body contouring, or muscle strengthening, Quintessa has everything you need to sharpen your image and boost your confidence. Take the first step towards a stronger, more confident you. Visit myquintessa.com today.
Join the roar of 18,000 Bucks fans at Fiserv Forum and be a part of the slam dunks, game-changing plays, and electrifying victories live. Witness the edge-of-your-seat action and unforgettable moments as they happen. You don't want to miss this. Grab your calendar, handpick your favorite matchups, and secure your seats for Dame time in Milwaukee and every incredible moment that comes next at Bucks.com/tickets. That's Bucks.com/tickets.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
It's a Marquette game day.
Down to 45 seconds in the corner. Joplin, he'll try a three. Holla at your boy again.
Tonight, it's the number 7 Golden Eagles hosting Georgetown. Our game day coverage gets started at 6 with Brian D. and Marquette College Game Day. Gabe Neitzel has the Marquette Sports Network pregame show starting at 6:30, followed by Homer and Marquette Hall of Famer Tony Smith on the call at 7 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is your official home for Marquette basketball. We are Marquette.
Life's busy, and Quick Trip gets it. Whether you're grabbing fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or a quick meal, Quick Trip is your go-to for quality and fast service. From clean restrooms to fresh groceries, easy meal options, and guaranteed fuel, we make your day easier. Plus, enjoy perks like free ATMs, free air for your tires, and sweet rewards with the Quick Rewards program. Everything you need in one stop, and always a friendly, see you next time, Quick Trip, where your day gets easier and better.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
0-1 to start 2025, and are you smarter than Ben Brust? Shout out to Jackie, the question czar, who will be taking the place of Bradley, who can't read, and Kyle, who can't read.
Yeah, Bradford is officially put to rest. Wild.
Happens to the best of us. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line. Now, Kyle, yesterday you got your grievances off your chest about Sunday's debacle late, especially defensively and decision-making and time management. But can Sunday end up being a positive for this Packer team?
Yeah, the way I look at this, after doing some evaluating and some thinking and some reading, right, and listening yesterday when Jason Wilde joined us.
Evaluating, listening, reading.
Yeah, and
reading.
Yeah, reading. Reading articles, hearing different articles. I mean, reading different press, releases and not press releases.
What did you read?
Press conference.
What did you read?
Press conference.
You're
quotes.
reading transcripts from the press conferences?
I'm reading quotes, right, and I'm gathering information
headlines. You're reading headlines.
No, quotes. There's quotes.
You have lost all credibility heading into the segment.
No, I know there's no credibility loss whatsoever. But this is the key thing that I took away from this is that when you talk about a football team that lost, what we said this yesterday, right, is the locker room seemed to be a little upset. Right, Jason Wilde talked about how Xavier McKinney and Rashawn Gary kind of, after Matt LaFleur was done, also had some strong worded comments for the football team to try to encourage them. This was a little bit of a wake-up call for them. And then I read about some of the words that Matt LaFleur had to say to describe exactly how he was feeling a day after the game, right? And I heard some things that actually made me excited because we all knew.
Did you hear it or read it?
I read it, okay? I read it. But we all felt after Sunday's game, the Packers have to respond in some type of way, right? Either they're going to respond by showing that they're not good enough or they're going to respond and show we are a hell of a football team. And based off the fact that Matt LaFleur actually took some accountability, I like the way this is going, right? I believe this team just got a wake-up call from losing to the Chicago Bears because when you hear your head football coach, the leader of your football team, sitting there and not making any excuses for what happened on Sunday, when he's talking about the fact that we need to own up to our mistakes, when he's talking about the fact that we need to face the music, right? When he's talking about look at themselves critically and make necessary corrections and changes, that is the mentality I want to see because the Green Bay Packers going. No, you can say, oh gosh, all you want, but the Green Bay Packers going into the game against the Chicago Bears, they were in and one foot in. What you say, hokey pokey yesterday? They were hokey pokey.
Put your right foot in, you take your right foot out.
They were hokey pokey and they were indecisive going into that game on Sunday because they felt like regardless of what we do, we're going to win this football game, right? They weren't focused on winning the football game. They were focused on making the right decision for people's health. So knowing that the Green Bay Packers need to take a step back and say, we're not as good as we think we are, and they didn't get hit in the mouth, but they lost a football game that they felt like they could win regardless of what they did. I'm excited because I believe that this is the wake-up call the team needed to refocus themselves and realign themselves to get ready for the playoff run that they need to make in order to win a Super Bowl. So overall, Sunday's game, yes, the loss sucked, but it was a necessary wake-up call so they understand they must be better, they must reevaluate in order to execute at a higher level on Sunday against a very good Eagles team. So yes, this was a much-needed wake-up call. So I'm glad we took that L because now the boys ain't going to be thinking that they stuff don't stink.
And that's what it's all about.
Ding, ding.
Brad, I'd like to hear what you're thinking, but all I see is Kyle literally reading quotes from Matt LaFleur and saying they need to reevaluate. If you're reevaluating in week 18 heading into a playoff game against the number 2 seed who is playing their best football of the year, not good. Last year, different scenario. The Packers weren't reevaluating, they were ascending. It's hard to reevaluate and then put a better product on the field than what you've seen through 17 games.
Yeah, guys, we are, it really comes down to what the dynamic of the locker room is, right? Because, Kyle, you're right. There is a scenario where you go through conflict, which the Packers went through on Sunday, losing to the Bears. That is conflict. And emotions and tensions rise to the surface. But if they've got good relationships in the locker room, if they trust one another, if they like one another, if they have a common goal and a common viewpoint of something bigger than themselves, then something like that can be a good thing to actually bring you closer together. But if it's not, and there's a general distrust and they don't like each other and there's not good vibes, and you've got people with different agendas, it can be a symptom of something that's worse going on. It's almost like we are all in committed relationships to a certain degree, right? And I know with me and Lexi, we're either totally in rhythm, and that's when things are best, or things are also really, really good after an argument that there's resolution and we get back into it. Now, there is a moment where if we have argument and we have resolution, boy, we snap back into things. Good relationships do that. Now, think about all your bad relationships. Your bad relationships, you get in a fight, and you come out of it way worse than before.
Hey.
There's no coming back from it, and it ends in a breakup. So here's what I need to know about the Packers, and we won't know until Sunday. Is this a healthy relationship inside the locker room, or is it a toxic relationship inside the locker room? I think it's healthy, therefore I think it will help them. But we don't know until they actually respond together on Sunday.
Joe chiming in on YouTube in response to Kyle. So the culture of this team is round one for the playoff. It's round one of the playoffs, and that's what we're talking about. Basics, fundamentals, pad level, locker room speeches, kind of late for all of that. Then on Kyle, this man could be a motivational speaker at a funeral.
Oh wow! I would motivate people to remember their loved one. Because this ain't no funeral happening on Sunday. Ain't no funeral. And I think Brad made a great point there. I love the analogy that you gave talking about when good relationships, when you have arguments.
I need you there. I want to know where you're at.
Stroke, let them know.
Like, win or loss. That's all I'm asking for. Do they win or do they lose?
I woke up on the right side of the bed today, so I am currently in wearing my green and gold colored glasses. I think they're going to find a way to win on Sunday. I think,
but you are admitting right now to start there, bud, that you're wearing the glasses. Take them off.
Well, I mean, I will. I'm not saying this is the come to Jesus moment for Green Bay by any means, right? The locker room discussion that was had in Week 18, but I think this is still a hey, we're young, we're going to make mistakes, but we're a really damn good football team. And everybody's going to pick against us. Nobody believes in us. We did this last year. Remember the phrase we kept using last year? House money? Here we are. House money, baby, going to Philadelphia. Yeah, I like their chances this week.
And I'm very interested to see this smirk. I'm interested to see this football team respond. Not only,
I can't believe you let me bud you. By the way,
you said bud?
I budded you.
I missed it.
I said, take your green and gold glasses off, bud.
I'm gonna knock you over, bud.
Don't worry about what he has to say.
I love when he threatens me with violence. It's like a pillow.
But also, I think something that really hit this team at home, right? Hit them at home is the fact that
hit him in the heart.
Hit him in the heart.
Grab your heart.
Hit home with them. That's what I meant to say. But what really hit home with them is the fact that they have not lost back-to-back games this entire season, right?
Until now.
This is the first time that they did. So it's one thing to lose to the Lions, and it's one thing to lose to the Vikings or the Bears, but it's another thing to lose back-to-back football games. So that's why the frustration boiled over, because they had not been in a situation this entire season where they lost back-to-back football games. Where my belief comes from is the fact that I know this is a talented football team, and I know they have something in them to respond. I have no doubt in my mind that Sunday's game is going to be a hell of a football game because I know this is a great football team with the Green Bay Packers and a great football team with the Eagles. And when they mash and they hit each other, it's going to make fireworks, man. It's going to be a really good football game because I trust and believe in Matt LaFleur, Jordan Love, and this overall organization that they're going to go out there and they're going to give Philadelphia everything that they got.
Well, and that is the mouthpiece of the Green Bay Packers, Kyle Wallace. We turn it over to the former NFL player, Brad Norton.
Well, and like to keep the relationship analogy going, right? You have to have somebody in the fight, in the relationship, be the person to say, come here, baby. Come here. Like, we're going to make up.
Sounds like you're that person.
Yeah. Like, hey, baby, I don't want to fight. Come on now. And the question is, who is that? Who is that for the Green Bay Packers? Is that Matt LaFleur? Is that Jordan Love? They seem to have the disposition to be able to be seeking generally positive vibes in the locker room. Not
100%.
necessarily like someone like Rodgers who might be divisive or judgmental. It seems like those are guys that want to keep good vibes going. So you'd think that there would be a quick reconciliation and be able to create a healthy environment to where a loss can help them. The question is, Matt LaFleur, what a pull. What a pull right there. There's nothing like... I'm not going to say it.
You got to say it now.
Yeah, nothing like that healing. That's what he's talking about.
That's right. It's just some
Something
kind
about
of
saying,
healing
come
right
here,
there.
baby. Let's figure this out.
Sometimes those
Brad
are the
is
best.
Listen to your
shirt.
wife.
He's red as the shirt.
Red does not go with your skin tone.
I've become my shirt. Sometimes that's the best relations you have, boys. And that could be Sunday for the Green Bay Packers, is the post-fight relation.
Brad is absolutely done right now. He's cooked.
I just thought
Tell me I didn't just cook, though, on this topic.
You did just cook on the topic, and Ben is just moving in the fact that he's a hater. That's what it comes down to.
I love it.
It's Ben,
I love it.
Ben jumps on the bandwagon. He buys the beads. He's, I love this football team. And as soon as it gets rocky, as soon as it looks a little murky, as soon as the Green Bay Packers aren't in rhythm working together, he jumps off the ship. He starts using the Matty Mouse voice. He wants to trade in.
I love how you act like I'm the only one. Our fans are using Matty Mouse. You're just in denial and you only see through your blind eyes.
I'm not in denial whatsoever. I know what this football team is made of. Now, again, are they the underdogs on Sunday? Yes. Are they going to be playing with house money now with this playoff run? Absolutely.
Brad,
but like we said, there's an opportunity for the Green Bay Packers to win.
I haven't seen a tomato as red as you.
Yeah. You start talking about Lexi and Zelica. I get all nervous.
And speaking of, I need to tell us about Sleeper Picks.
Oh, that's right. Sleeper Picks. Now that right there is your go-to app that you're going to be able to play and have more or less on any given player for the NFL playoffs. I know for me, I'm watching the Packer game, but I'm also watching all the rest of the games where I can download the Sleeper app and be able to pick more or less for at least two players on their projected stats. And if you are right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. That's 100 times your cash. And for a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to play just $5, just a $5 play, and you'll receive $55 in free entries. Here's how you play. Here's how you get it. Download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD. That's B-R-A-D. That's my name. Feel free to wear it out. And you'll get $55 in free entries when you pay and play just $5. That's code BRAD, B-R-A-D, in the Sleeper app. Have a little fun and enjoy the NFL playoffs with Sleeper. You must be 18 years or older. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms for use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
Alex Strope's time to shine and become irrelevant. Next on Kyle Bruston Norton.
Yuck.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman.
If I was as tall and as talented as you, if I could shoot as well as you could, both them teams would have won. Because you know what? You did a fake punch, you said, in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
And I would have did fake point. I would have took it to the house. I would have scored a dang touchdown.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Westbound 94 backing up from about 27th Street all the way to about Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 41 getting a bit heavier now from just before Silver Spring, slowing down all the way past Capitol Drive. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Partly cloudy, a low of 13. Tomorrow, sun and clouds, few flurries with a high of 22. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
There's only one store that gives you every possible choice in diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Hey, it's ESPN Milwaukee's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Universal Windows Direct is offering an amazing deal right now. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. That's right. For every 2 windows you buy, you'll get 2 more absolutely free with no limit and 36 months of no interest financing. Plus, if you've already received a quote from another company, bring it to Universal Windows Direct and they'll beat it. Schedule your free in-home estimate today or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman, here to tell you about my friends at Bank 5-9. Everywhere I go throughout the area, I see Bank 5-9, and it's no wonder why. Not only do they have 14 branch locations, but their employees spend nearly 9,000 hours each year volunteering in the communities that they serve. That's on top of the financial support that they provide to several hundred nonprofits right here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you're looking for a true local community bank, check them out today at bank59.com. Member FDIC.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam. As big as it gets.
The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Fiserv Forum for 3 huge events January 10th through 11th.
Do you want to have more fun watching the NFL playoffs? Try playing Sleeper Picks. Just download the Sleeper app today and pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. You can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, Sleeper has a special offer. New users have to just play $5 and they'll receive $55 in free entries. Just download the Sleeper app today and use code BRAD, B-R-A-D. Must be 18 years or older. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman, still sweating, still red over there.
Heart's beating.
Alex Strofe running the show. KBN Nation at the Carbless Talking text line 800-990-3776. And we're losing Strofe back there, so let's get to becoming relevant.
A Mr. Irrelevant. It's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Let's get it on. Breaking news of the last half an hour or so since we've been on the air, fellas. The Raiders are the newest opening for head coach in the NFL after 1 full season as the head coach. Antonio Pierce has been let go by the Las Vegas Raiders. That might be the worst job available.
No doubt. If
I'm trying to think of the other ones. Yeah, that's probably bottom of the barrel, man.
If he QB draft, like
impulsive owner. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, would it be? I mean, at least the Jets have a defense.
Or what was a defense that was supposed to be good.
Yeah, this job sucks. I mean, New England, you just know that you have a quarterback in a culture or from an ownership group. Jacksonville, you know that you have a great quarterback. The Jets, like you said, a great defense. Who else is available?
New England.
I already said that. New Orleans. New Orleans one is, I don't know. I don't know what to think
That's
of New
not
Orleans.
a great gig.
No.
Yeah,
Let's just say
the Raiders have the 6th pick, so
for all the stuff that you can be negative about the Green Bay Packers in their approach, the consistency is better than this conversation.
Yeah. Shout out to these players now, man. These players getting fired. So Gerard Mayo, now you see Antonio Pierce. Mike Vrabel will land on his feet this year, I'm assuming. But yeah, these players having a tough go-round.
They sure are. How about, speaking of players having a tough go-around, Tyreek Hill of the Miami Dolphins pretty much saying, peace, I'm out of here.
Why is that a tough go-round? That's just being a boss and saying, I'm out, my value is high.
Well, I know a team that could use a number 1 receiver with some speed after their speedster tore his ACL recently.
Nah. I've seen the way he plays in
Tyreek Hill to the Packers. Any interest?
Maybe when he was in Kansas City. We don't have the leadership to be able to keep him tame. The fact that he cut
You don't think Jordan Love is strong enough leader to be able to?
Hell no. The way he cut it when he cut his face off and put it in Antonio Brown.
Not just no. Hell
no. No. That he got.
Is that more about Tyreek Hill or Jordan Love?
It's more about Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is going through his crazy phase. I don't want nothing to do.
She'll think he's working his way toward Antonio Brown.
On the hot crazy scale, there's the danger zone where they're a 10 hot and a 10 crazy. I think Tyreek Hill might be in that danger zone.
He thinks what Antonio Brown did was cute. That man quit on his football team. Heck, no, I don't want nothing to do with this guy.
He is like the second coming of Antonio Brown. Just all pro, like literally no better receiver for a couple of years. But the descent is just so bizarre. Here's what I don't get. The dude wanted out of Kansas City, a perennial winner. Then he goes to an organization that doesn't win, and he's upset. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and this is how I know you're crazy. This is a little personal, but anytime you, never mind.
All right, he's got what, 12 kids?
He had a wife and he had another woman pregnant. He was on TV talking about how he loved his wife, but he got another baby mama. I'm like, dog, what? This man is insane. He's crazy. He's crazy. I know. I don't know.
So Kyle's out on Tyreek Hill for the Packers.
Off the field, on the field. His
I don't
personality.
think he's not the Packer mold.
Nah, yes,
quote
right.
unquote.
So
how the hell did the Eagles fans get into YouTube?
Does Tyreek Hill have a little bit of Nick Cannon in him?
Yeah.
What's Nick Cannon?
Oh, Bradley.
Oh boy,
Are you serious, Brad?
Let's dive down this rabbit hole, shall we?
Nick Cannon, like the
Wildin' Out, Drumline.
Mariah Carey's ex-husband.
Yeah, he's an outstanding citizen.
Yeah, he is an outstanding citizen, and he's repopulating the world.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He comes off as like the just.
Guess how many kids?
Nick Cannon. Yeah, guess how many kids?
6?
Higher.
Times 2.
No.
Plus 1 maybe.
No, times 2. Yeah, he's got 12.
12?
How many baby mamas?
7?
I think 10.
6.
Oh, 6.
Twelve
But he
kids,
take care
6
of all of them. There's all in agreement.
How does he have the money to take care of that?
Yeah, he's a millionaire, multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but that's
Nick Cannon. I mean, Wild Now was pretty successful.
Is he getting royalties from that?
It's still on, I think.
I think like MTV2 still exists.
Hit the KBN
Wow.
Sports Desk. Adam Schefter at about 1:36 today. Dolphins leadership cleared the air with Tyreek Hill and said the wide receiver did not request a trade.
Oh, there you go.
This is what Kyle's talking about.
Told y'all, I don't want this.
He's out. He's in. He's out. He's in.
Hokey pokey.
Next. Next.
Oh my God.
Jimmy Butler. Speaking of South Florida, requesting a trade. We haven't talked about this yet. You want Jimmy Butler on the Bucks? Would you trade Chris Middleton?
Apparently, Chris Haynes said like the Bucks aren't.
They're not.
I would love it.
If you could trade Middleton, for sure.
You might also have to trade like Bobby.
You know what Jimmy
or Brooks.
Butler is? Although he may have some cancerous tendencies, like everywhere he's kind of gone, it's kind of like ended.
At the end of it, yeah, it's crazy.
But the man competes.
Yeah, he does.
When he
He
is
balls.
a dog on the floor. And you know what the Bucks are missing? dogs outside of Giannis.
Yeah, the problem is, Ben, what did you say about this team? They are old.
No,
This man's
no,
old
they're the
too.
old wise men. They're the old souls.
Oh, don't.
You said they old.
No, they're the old souls, the old wise man.
Trading Chris Middleton for Jimmy Butler makes the team older. So, how much
Is that
Jimmy
true?
Is
Is Jimmy that old?
Jimmy's
plays
35 years
older?
old.
Damn, Jimmy was older. Damn, he is old.
Yeah, Jimmy's old. 34,
I think he was there my
Must have played-
my
must have
freshman
played
year. He was a
He's
senior.
35. Chris Middleton's 33.
Yeah, but Jimmy Butler plays younger than Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he's a baller, but I just don't want him. He'll come. Him and Giannis, I don't know how long they will last. And
yeah.
he wants to
Two-year
get paid.
2-year rental.
It's
This
not 2
season,
years. He's gone after
Oh,
this
he's
season.
gone?
He wants to get paid. That's why he's trying to leave now.
Yeah, they obviously don't have the room for that.
Or
Last-
the capital.
Right. That last thing for you fellas today, National Bobblehead Day. Number one, this is specifically for Ben and Brad. I know me and Kyle's answered. Do either of you own a bobblehead of yourself?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lexi got one made for me one Christmas.
That's lame. Sorry,
Oh,
Lexi.
Relax.
Dang.
She had to send in like 3 pictures of me from like different like camera angles. I didn't know.
Here's
it was
why
a
it's
surprise.
lame.
Why
He
is it
played
like
in,
me?
he
It's
played in the
unbelievable.
NFL.
He's a punter. They're not
I know,
punting
but like
bobbleheads.
I thought they made like every player's bobblehead. She's like, oh, I'll
No.
scoop that up.
Not making me and JJ Jansen, long snapper for the Carolina Panthers. They
Did
should.
his wife also make him one?
No, she did not.
Specialist
Not that I know
Christmas
of.
gifts from the wives.
It's a wonderful bobblehead. It looks just like me. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It's wonderful. Good for you.
Kyle,
look
you own,
great.
you own any bobbleheads?
Do I own?
That's the question. Yeah.
I do have the Jackson Churio bobblehead in my basement.
Just one.
I may have another one. I don't know. That's the one I noticed, though. Yeah.
That one free?
Yeah, it was free. I've never purchased a bobblehead in my life. I'm not a big fan of them. Nor would I want it for. That would have been a Christmas. I probably would have kept that Christmas gift. I wouldn't have said take it back.
So the pizza delivery guy in the office, a.k.a. Shane the Pizza Mule, dropped off a couple of slips for me, and that is Palermo's Pizza slips.
Where was I?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're never here, number one.
That's
so
true.
What's the excuse for me?
he doesn't like you. But I'll take care of you guys like I always do. With Palermo's Pizza, the urban pie pinza, delicious. But you got the Screamin' Sicilian, thin and crispy, tavern style, stuffed crust cheese, the OG Screamins. We had frozen pizza Friday at in St. Louis when we were down there. And then when we had somebody watch our daughter when we went to a wedding, guess what we left her? Palermo's Pizza, and she was the happiest person in the entire world. Bottle of wine, Palermo's Pizza. It was like, oh, it's heaven. Anytime you're in a pinch, don't want to cook done and clean, and you want something delicious, it's Palermo's Pizza. Find it in your local grocer's freezer.
You didn't re-gift the bottle of wine I gave you, did you?
No. She doesn't like rosé or sweet wine. Why you?
So what are you going to do?
Why you? What I do with your gift is my business.
No.
All right, I got a story.
You should have asked him to take it back.
I got a story. I did re-gift Kyle's wine.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
I love you, Lou. That's Lewis from the north side. The north side always knows.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Even when you think you know what's going on, you can never be too sure.
Really? 7 losses in a row? Last in the Horizon League, Doug? Spend less time on social media and more in the gym.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
That's the whole thing, Jen. I do have that in me, and I never, ever bar back. But I'm like, this is over the top, and if you want to come at me, I'm going to come at you.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
The Packers will be without wide receiver Christian Watson for the remainder of the playoffs and possibly to start next season after suffering a torn ACL ACL in the loss to the Chicago Bears. Watson had 29 catches for 620 yards and 2 touchdowns and was the team's best deep threat, averaging 21.4 yards per catch. Head coach Matt LaFleur says it's a big blow to the team heading into this weekend's wildcard matchup against the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a big-time loss. Just his presence on the field alone. Obviously, he's got an element in terms of his size and speed that's tough to replicate.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Family's bigger? Out of space? We can help you find a new place. Just make Tri-City your first call. We are here to help, loan large or small. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
It started with a prediction.
Go out there and play basketball and win. And how many games? 6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Hey ESPN Milwaukee fans, Gary Austin here from our friends at Best Electric Service. An A-plus Better Business Bureau family owned and operated who have been serving you for over 50 years. No job is too big or too small, whether it's making panel upgrades to your home, new LED in lighting, electric vehicle charging, and all residential service calls. Best Electric provides quality service at fair prices. They are experienced and licensed electrical contractors ready to get to work. Connect with the Best Electric Service. Find out more at bestelect.com.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Don chimes in on the Carbless Talk and Text line 800-990-3776. Love me some Kyle turnovers today and Big Ben stirring the pot. Strofe, solid fan as always.
He wasn't paying attention.
The hell?
He literally wasn't paying attention.
Do you know what I just said?
Yeah, Strofe stirring the pot.
Nope, wrong.
Kyle.
Welcome to my world, Bradley.
Y'all two have one job. It is to listen.
Yes, be honest.
Can I be honest? I was rolling through Twitter, trying to get good content for our show, and I came across guy we were just talking about. Because we were talking about Tyreek Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Antonio Brown on Twitter. And he had I can't say it because we can't go down this hill, but he had a comment about this whole FS1 thing going on.
Oh,
and I was just reading the mentions. Man, oh man. Twitter is a toxic place.
But it also can be very funny
it's entertaining.
sometimes.
So hand in the air, I wasn't paying attention. I heard Red Wine, though. That's a good choice, Strofe.
I had said, we got a great text. Love me some Kyle turnovers today. Big Ben stirring the pot. Strofe, solid fan as always.
Wow.
This is you know what, Don? You hit it on the head. Brad's not even engaged in the show.
Yeah, I mean, what more is there to say?
Guy goes on vacation for 16 months and comes back and just can't pay attention to the damn show.
Reads Twitter.
What more is there to say? He said it all.
Reads Twitter.
Wow. Glad you really think you play a great role in the show, Brad. Thanks.
So Kyle, why can't I re-gift your wine?
Yeah, no, I have a problem with this, right? Because that wine that I gave you Benjamin, I was trying to ration it out. I still have to pass out some bottles. Our own Alex Stroff didn't get a bottle of wine because I had to give you a bottle of wine. So I hope you did not repackage that wine. Because
I didn't repackage it. I just gave it to somebody that enjoys wine.
You should just give it to me back. Give it back to me. I'll give it to somebody
out of my possession.
Sounds a little late for that.
Now, here's a question. When you presented it to the person, did you at all reference Kyle Wallace?
Yeah.
Or did you say, "Oh, this is from me"?
No, you did.
Yes, I did. I said I trust you that this won't get back to Kyle Wallace, and then I brought it up myself.
Oh, no. Somebody who works here? Well, hell, give it to me. Give it to me if you're upstairs. Listen, I want my wine back. My Baraboo Bluff wine, I want it back.
My fiance not really into the sweet rosé type red. So somebody who I know is a wine drinker
It was
here.
semi-sweet. Because I knew you didn't like the sweet stuff. I like the sweet stuff.
It looked really sweet.
It was It said semi-sweet on. Who? I want to know who you gave it to. I want it back. It wasn't for them. Stroke, your bottle is upstairs with somebody else. Go get your bottle.
He ain't gonna get this one.
I should have gave you the apple pie.
I would eat that.
Wait, you're going on apple pies?
Wait,
apple pie one.
Kyle, does that mean you got each of them a Christmas gift and you didn't give me anything?
Well, what happened
happened
was, we talked about this. Now, don't act like I didn't
What are you talking about?
We did. Yeah, we did. I told you what happened was this: is the fact that on Christmas Day, my family came in. My auntie came in the house, and I had my box of wine, and she said, "Where's the wine?" And then I had to sacrifice the bottle of wine from your bottle. My auntie has your bottle of wine.
Hold on
a minute.
Yeah, it's your bottle.
No. Bottles didn't have assignments. Did either of your bottles say to Brad from Kyle? Did it say that,
No, they
Brad?
did not. Not personalized.
So what he did was he power ranked the importance of who deserves a gift in his head, and I took last place.
That's true.
Oh, wow.
That is 100% true. No denying here. I mean, I have to be with these guys every single day in this space. Strofe, I love you, and
What do you mean?
I know.
I'm right here.
But see, our relationship, though, I feel like we good. I couldn't give you something and not give one of these two something without them crying or boohooing or going home to their loved ones.
Here I am, Kyle.
Well,
crying to boohoo.
It's different. I said I got you one day, and you said, don't worry about it. So I got you. I love you, Strofe.
I love Alex Strofe, but you don't get a Christmas gift.
Yeah, that's
Gifts for Kyle Wallace are a strange enigma.
Oh, you don't want yours either? Is that what you're trying to say?
I do. I'm going to enjoy mine thoroughly, but you send others back. You allocate some differently.
Oh, at least I didn't re-gift it to somebody. That's more disrespectful.
I actually disagree.
Smile in your face. I love this.
That is
I
a good
love
question. What is more rude, re-gifting a gift or telling somebody to return a gift they got you? What's more rude?
Returning?
That's good.
Re-gifting. Because
I think it's re-gifting.
It's so
I agree.
fake.
I think it is
so
too.
fake. Oh, thank you. I love it so much.
But
I can't wait.
I didn't say that.
You did say thank you.
I said thank you, but I didn't say, oh, I love it so much.
You said thank you. If you didn't want it, you should have said something. I said I got you the semi-sweet because I know y'all don't like the sweet stuff.
The semi-sweet still look really, really sweet.
I'm really disappointed. Re-gifting is definitely worse. If I gave somebody something and they re-gifted it like Ben did, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with Ben Bruss right now. I didn't talk to him throughout the whole break because I'm upset with him.
I still want to know.
It's only a 2-minute break.
Was it like quick to get rid of it to something like
Same day.
I gotta do some. Wow.
Same
He
day.
didn't even taste it.
Day.
Same day.
Who has it?
You're basically thinking like I just got to offload this on somebody.
Yeah, no one's going to drink it at our house, so I might as well give it to someone who's going to enjoy
The
it.
same day.
Same day.
You did. Wow. The body wasn't even cold.
Wasn't even cold, boy. Meanwhile, my boy is over here thirsty.
I am actually, yeah.
Did you think about offering it to Strofe?
Hell no.
Why not?
I don't know. I just wasn't thinking about him.
Wow.
I want to know who got it.
I know who got it.
Who?
I'm dying to know too.
Was it somebody whose name started with an M?
Nope.
This is like the
That's
game
where my head
Guess
went
Who. You guys ever played Guess Who?
No, Brad, we've never played Guess Who.
And then you put names down.
What's Guess Who?
Yeah, all right.
Color hair.
I got to tell you about the Princeton Club with 8 locations in Madison, 1 in New Berlin. Get the best rate of the year. You got to get it right now. Lock it in January for the rest of the year at the Princeton Club. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. You can find your better tomorrow and get on your fitness journey today. They have everything. Sauna, steam room, pools, basketball, weights, cardio, spin, classes, personal training. You name it, they have it. You'll get better at the Princeton Club. Up next, Jim, Matt, and Molly in Madison. The Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam, and we are back in 2 short minutes on 94.5 ESPN till 5 o'clock.
What they want you to hear. Tell me it's cool. I just don't believe it.
Still looking at an okay ride right now. It got a little bit tight northbound 43 around the North Avenue curve.